Hi friends, welcome back. This is part 2 of our ultimate Halloween front porch and front yard. So if you saw part 1, I did tease that we were getting a special guest addition to our front yard, and I am looking at him. He is handsome, 12 foot tall. He's a tall gentleman. So I can't wait to show you guys. I'm going to share some tips and tricks of how to build our 12-foot skeleton, and then the additional decor and fun pieces that we added to our porch. If you are new here, thank you so much for being here. Make sure you subscribe. We have so much fun coming up. We still have to decorate the inside of the house for Halloween, so we're gonna do that, and then all the rest of the holiday fun is coming up on my channel. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up and that you subscribe. And if you have been here before, thank you for coming back. And if you haven't seen part 1 of this video series, I'm gonna leave the link down below, so make sure you watch that. But for now, let's get into part 2 of our ultimate Halloween porch. When I say that this 12-foot skeleton was on my Halloween bucket list, it was right on top. I had been eyeing this for at least 3 years, but we just never decided to go for it. Whether it was just a little too pricey or it was just too late in the season, but mostly it was because anytime I was ready to actually go buy it, they were sold out. So I knew if I wanted to get it this season, I had to go to Home Depot early, and when I checked, they had 60 in stock at my local store, so I jumped on it. I ordered online. It was ready, I think, in 5 minutes, honestly, to pick up. So we surprised the kids with the giant skeleton. They had no idea. We picked it up while they were at school and hid it in the truck. But once we showed them, they were ready to get him put up in the front yard, which was actually easier. But I will warn you, if you are shorter like me, you will want some help, and you're going to probably want a stepladder. Obviously, be careful, don't injure yourself, be safe, but definitely at a certain point you'll see the skeleton immediately becomes very tall. Obviously, he's 12 foot tall, but as you can see here, he was already with the second part of his leg taller than my husband. So we needed 2 people to put him together. Now, it will tell you this in the instructions, but make sure that you keep that box handy. Don't throw it away right away. You're going to use it because it's going to be really helpful to lean the skeleton over as you put him together. You can also use the grass. We put him down on the ground, but we did use the box quite a bit to put some pieces together. Once we stood him up, it was impressive to see how tall he was compared to the house. I know he's 12 feet, but I mean, you really don't get that perspective until you see him up against a house. So it's really neat to see how he measured up to like our windows and the top of our porch. Tell me down below, do you own a 12-foot skeleton? Is he on your list of something to buy this year? I feel like I've just entered this new club of Halloween fanatics, so I'd love to know if you have one too. Later that day, we went to Home Depot and we found these lights to put in the rib cage of the skeleton. They are so cool. Like, if you're gonna get the skeleton, I really do think you need the lights. I also found the spider web. It was really affordable. I think it was like $5, and it covered the entire section of bushes that are in front of my porch to give it that web-like look. And it was so simple to put on. It stretches actually more than you think it's gonna stretch. So one bag was plenty for this space. When I saw the spiderweb package at Home Depot, I figured it was a perfect thing to add to these bushes because I have a pack of different size spiders that I got on Amazon last year, and I used them inside, but I was thinking I would use them outside this year just to add a little bit extra touch to the outdoor decor. So this was really perfect. It inspired a little extra flair to what I was thinking of originally doing with the spiders. I was thinking of having them go up those white poles that you see behind me, but I think this actually worked out better, and you'll see at the end of this video it looks so much better than what I had thought it was going to look. Now, my tip for you is if you do get your hands on the spider web here, do not be afraid to stretch it. It really does go a long way, and it's really durable. And honestly, the more you stretch it, I think the more it looks like spider web. I was trying to avoid having little clumps of it, so I kept stretching it towards the bottom. And as you can see, I got it all the way around from like the top of the bushes to all the way to the bottom, and it looked really good. So my recommendation is stretch as much as you can. It's okay if little gaps show up like you see there on screen. It just adds to the effect of a spider web. Now, you'll probably remember in part 1 of this video series, I did show you guys the fall wreath that I still had up. So it was time to change that out and put up my Halloween wreath with the cute little animatronic eyeball in the middle of it. So if you haven't watched part 1, go watch it. It is going to be linked down below. But now let's show you everything we added outside. Okay, we added this wreath. So we changed out the pretty fall one and we added this black one. So if you look closely, it goes with everything else that we have. So it has some bats in there. Oh, here's a good one. So it has a bat in there. And then I added this, which I got from, I bought it online. Let's see, I think it still works. So let's listen to it. Isn't that so fun? So I just added it. I put like zip ties, honestly. It's not anything professional. You can see the zip ties back here. But I just clipped it on there so it sits right in the middle. You could, I've seen other people like add it like just around their doorbell. I couldn't figure that out. So I kind of improvised and came up with this solution. And I actually like it because it fills in that space in the middle for the wreath. There you go. So the wreath is changed. I think that might have been the last touch, the cherry on top before we reveal the entire porch. So I think we're done. Let's check it out. Here he is. He is glorious. He is a giant. He is definitely a statement piece. So we have him just kind of to the side of our front porch here. The kids have had a lot of fun. You can change up his eyes like to stars, to hearts, or just regular like blue eyes. They've had a lot of fun with that. And then I showed you guys that we bought, let's see if you can see it from here. Oh, you can probably see it from, excuse me, sir. From like under his rib cage, like, where's my finger? Like right there is the attachment for the light. It was fairly easy to put on, but one big tip I will give you with that is that you want to put that light part on before you put him in place and are done with him. So we put him in place, we were done, and then we bought the light after, and we had to bring him back down and kind of do all that all over again. So that's one trick. Buy the light with your skeleton and do it all together at once. So he is fun. We named him Patrick. Did I tell you guys that? We named him Patrick, and he just complements the rest of the porch decor so well. But we added the spider web that we found at Home Depot. It was like $5, guys. It was a really good deal. I only needed one bag for all of this. I'll link it down below if I find it on their website. But it was like $5. It was in the Halloween area. And then I put the spiders on right here. I don't know if that's focusing well, but I had these spiders and I found they all came in one pack. So like the medium size one, the small size one, and then this big boy, which is so fun. They all came in one pack. I think they're pretty affordable. I'll link them down below for you guys. I added one there. And then if you look up here, you can see the other skeleton that I got at Home Depot. He's right there. I added some like black, I guess it's like netting, but it's really like, I'm not sure what it is, but it gives that like netting lace spider web touch, but they're black. So just to kind of accent the windows there. And then if we come up here, this is my favorite spot. We have our cute clay jack-o'-lanterns, both of them in there. And then let me show you in here. We just keep the light, the Amazon light that we found, that is still on sale. I feel it's just gonna be on sale all season. So I linked that below too, guys. Everything pretty much here will be linked below. So if you're interested and want to get some for your front yard decor, it'll be linked. We have the bats. So if you remember, guys, I told you I hang the bats on this wall using blue painter's tape. And over the last 3 years, they have worked really well. They don't fly off. They last the entire Halloween season. This is being recorded almost 2 weeks later, and they're still in place. I have not had one of them fall. The porch right here, this front entry gets a lot of sun. So you'll see they kind of start bending in a little bit, but that's because my porch gets a lot of sun. Has nothing to do with the tape. The sun doesn't even affect the stickiness of the tape. So even if your front door or the area you want to put the bats in gets a lot of sun, don't worry about that. It's gonna stay on. You're in good shape there. And so we put it here, and then you'll see I added this wreath. I got this at Target last year. I don't know if they still have it. I'm sure they have something at least similar. And then I know they still have this online. Isn't he so fun? My kids like absolutely love him. I was hoping the trick-or-treaters last year would use him. They didn't. But that's okay. My kids and I use him plenty. And then here are the witch hats with the candles, the floating candles. Again, no problems. Like, this is 2 weeks later and not a single one has fallen. So we added those, and they look so good at night. So keep watching, because I'm going to show you guys everything at night, and it's just even better. That is what makes, to me, a Halloween front porch an ultimate front porch, because of how it looks at night. So keep watching. I'm going to show you guys that in just a little bit. And then on here, I had this topiary that I just kind of keep around all season. At Christmas, I wrap lights around it, or I put like a Santa hat on it. For this, I put that same black netting that I have here. I put that right there just to cover it, and then I put a spider over it, and it actually looks really good. In person, it looks way better, but it adds a good little detail. And there's the dog. He glows up at night too. He's just a cutie. We need to get a second one because we have 2 of those dogs. And then here is the sign that kind of started everything. This is kind of where this is like the muse where I start everything, from the colors to the brooms. I do need a broomstick. I will say this. I feel like I need a good broomstick around here. And then here's a skeleton. I folded his legs just so he can be propped up a little bit so you can see him from the street. And I just added these little details. These ghost lights light up at night, so they're really cute. It's like they're floating in the air. And then this pumpkin I got also at Walmart, and that lights up real pretty at night too. So this is front porch. I will say, guys, okay, maybe I'm not done, but I might be done with our porch decor this year. But we have talked about adding a few more skeletons, like this one right here, not the like 12-foot one, not the giant one, but ones that are like 5 foot, to maybe like our roof or somewhere else in the yard, just because we think it'd be fun. So I don't know. If I do, I will definitely add it to another video. But this is it, guys. Okay, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Let's take you guys to the night version of this, and make sure give this video a thumbs up. It means the world to me whenever I get those little notifications from you guys. It makes my entire day. So keep watching. Let's look at our night version of our ultimate front porch.